I've zoomed in a little, so the might look a little different right now. But I have another set of questions. These are from Tiffany, who's Punk Legolas on LiveJournal, and she asked me some really good ones, so I'm excited to answer these. First is, what is my favorite time of year and why? And my favorite time of year is probably coming up in a few weeks. I like October, kind of like the beginning, middle part of fall, when everything starts cooling and all the leaves start changing. I'm a big fan of Halloween, so I like that a lot, and I just like the fall fun atmosphere, hay rides and pumpkins and cider and things like that. So I really like fall, like October, if we're getting specific. And it's also kind of like leading into the holiday season, and I really love the holidays, from like Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas. I really enjoy kind of like the spirit and the feel, like one of those people. I really am. So that's my favorite time of year. My favorite number, and is there a reason behind it? I've always liked 7. I was born on February 7th, so I'm going to adjust this real quick. So 7's always been a number of mine. I also really like the number 5. This is going to sound morbid and kind of obsessive fan. There was a hockey player that used to play for the Philadelphia Flyers. I used to be really into hockey. There was a hockey player that used to play for the Philadelphia Flyers named Dmitry Tertizhny, who died in a boating accident 10 years ago. I can't even believe it's been that long. But he was my favorite player, one of my favorite players on the team at the time, and his number was 5. So kind of for the past 10 years, I started noticing the number 5 in my life a little more, and so 5 has also become one of my favorite numbers. And any combinations of 7s and 5s I like. I don't know, it seems silly to have reasoning behind a favorite number, but those are my favorite numbers and the reasons behind them. Is there a song I'm embarrassed I like a lot? I don't know. I am a big proponent of not having I like what I like, and it's not like I have guilty pleasures. Like, it's not a guilty pleasure to me. If I like it, I like it. I can't help what I like. I mean, there's some things that are like awkward to admit that I like, but I'm not like too ashamed of them. But I guess like I really like the Jonas Brothers song Love Bug and Video Girl. Can't help it. I really, they're jams. Well, Love Bug's cute, and then it turns into a jam, and then Video Girl's just a jam straight through. So those are the kind of songs where I'm a little embarrassed, maybe a little embarrassed to admit that, but I mean, sorry, I like the Jonas Brothers. Well, I like those 2 songs. The rest of their stuff, kind of take it or leave it, but I like the Jonas Brothers. So that's my embarrassing song. And I mean, like, I still listen to like Backstreet Boys every once in a while, and like NSYNC and Together. But there's nothing, I don't really listen to a lot of like pop radio now, because I basically listen to CDs or my station. So yeah, I don't particularly have a really good answer for that one. Is the glass half full or half empty? I don't know. I can be quite a Debbie Downer, but I'd like to think the glass is half full. I don't particularly know why, but I like to think, well, I mean, you could look at it this way. If it's half full, it means there's potential for more, but it also means that you don't have the whole thing yet. And then if the glass is half empty, it means, you know, you're down some, but you probably got to enjoy that first half. I don't know. I'm not going to get into like the logistics of it, but I like to think that I'm a bit more of a positive person than I used to be. So I'll say half full. What color is a dog's bark? Having 3 dogs, it's kind of like a seething like red. Because like having 3 dogs, a dog's bark becomes like terror for you. But I guess it all kind of depends on what the situation is. Like if you're walking into the house and your dogs are barking and happy to see you, it's very sunshiny yellow. But if you're trying to sleep and your dogs are barking at squirrels outside, then it's like a red. It's like a really painfully bright red. So that's my answer. That's actually a really interesting question, and it brings up the whole synesthesia thing, which if I were to have any disorder, this is a question that nobody asked me, but I'm going to give you an answer to it anyway. If I were to have any sort of medical disorder, I would have synesthesia, which for those of you that don't know what it is, it's kind of like your senses are a little screwed up, so you can see, like, certain words will be certain colors, or certain sounds will sound a certain way. Like the word, you know, dog might sound soft, or it might give you a sour taste on your tongue. Apparently John Mayer has synesthesia. He sees his songs in colors, which I think would be awesome. I shouldn't say it's awesome to have a disorder, but I think that would be rad if I were to have one. So that's a bonus question for you. And her last question: if you were to be dropped in a large container full of ice cream, what kind of ice cream would you want it to be? And I did answer the ice cream question, my favorite kind of ice cream, but I think I would really like to be dropped in a vat of Dublin Mudslide by Ben & Jerry's. It would be amazing. I would literally eat my way out of that, because that ice cream is so good. I don't even know if they make it anymore. But, yes. So those are my answers. Feel free, please, ask me more questions. I don't care if they're silly. I really don't. If you want to ask me serious business questions, I'll totally answer them. Not that my life's that interesting. I guess my life is sort of interesting. But yeah, feel free to ask me more. That's what I was looking to say. And I'm really kind of sleepy, so I'm gonna end this and maybe get in my pajamas and lay around like a bum for the rest of the night. Yay! Peace out.